Hey y'all, it is Lucca and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be building yet another tiny home in The Sims 4, and I'm actually kind of going back in time with this because I used to build a lot of tiny homes way back in the day, like when I first started YouTube, and there are some really old videos on my channel that I've privated, but I was just looking through them and I was like, I might redo some of these just to kind of give them a second chance. So I found one that was called Boxy Modern Tiny House. You won't be able to find this. It's privated, but it was from 7 years ago. So yeah, I think I mainly privated it just because I didn't like the way my voice sounded. But let's just get started. I mean, to be honest, y'all, I'm gonna be real. I don't think that this house could be technically considered a tiny home, but we will give it a try. So the floor plan is a little weird. It looks like I'm looking at it at such a weird angle. It looks like we have like the kitchen. Yeah, is this the kitchen? Yeah, this is the kitchen right here. There's a staircase here, but I think what I'll do is I'll put a ladder instead, and then it goes like kind of like this. There's like a little sitting area right here, and then it looks like I just went like 3 tiles wide there, and then I did like a little bathroom here somewhere somehow. I think it was like this, maybe that seems correct. And then we'll do like this here. And then upstairs, I added a floor like this to kind of make it more boxy, but I think I just want to make it go like to here or something like that. I don't know. It's a little weird, isn't it? Maybe I can do like this and then build like a ceiling. Should I bring it forward a tile? I mean, it's still a tiny house. It's a 2-tier tiny house, which is quite nice. I don't really love that there's like this random little kind of cutout here, so I think I'll fill that in there. Okay, that's looking kind of cute. The roof itself was very much so just a square. It was very flat, and I kind of don't want to do that today. I think I want to go in with maybe just like one of these. We'll just make it as low as we can, and then we'll use a black trim on it, I think. We are in Oasis Springs, and I'm personally not the biggest fan of building like a black house in the desert. I think they look cool because they are very like highly contrasted, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I would live in one. Maybe we can go with something a little softer. The original build was built in Willow Creek by the looks of it, but I think it would be kind of fun to kind of go with the same kind of design like that, but we can go with maybe like a lighter kind of tone. Kind of like the idea of maybe doing like something like that with the main shape of the house. I feel like it would have more like of a light wood tone here. We'll do something maybe like that. I'm trying to think what would work in the desert a lot more. Maybe we can use some of this like reclaimed wood here. Ooh, I kind of like that for the whole house. And then we can go in with maybe like this black. Ooh, hold on. That looks really, really fun, actually. That's a pretty fun concept. I like the light wood contrasting with the black. I know what I just said, but at the same time, I kind of am into it. And then let's see. I think I'm just going to do like some kind of roof here. This is a little bit of a weird little spot. I mean, I guess I could bring this forward and do this instead. Maybe I can just kind of leave it the way it is. Let me just grab these. Let me fix this little issue there. There we go. And I'm also just going to try to use the base game because I just want to see what I can come up with today with the base game. And then I'll use these little half walls here. I won't actually like place it down fully. Like I'll put it here and then like, it's going to kind of be weird. Oh wait, no, I can't do that. I need to place it down kind of like here, and then I'll pick up the wall and then just move it so that it's just there so that I can add some trim and just make it look a little bit more finished. Something kind of like that, I think. And then we'll go in with this light reclaimed wood. This was added in with an event, and I think it's so cute. I don't really use it very much. Something kind of like that. I don't know. I'm kind of into this so far. And then I'm going to lift this up on the foundation, just like there. And should we do another black foundation, or should we go with this like light wood here? I don't know. I kind of like the light wood. That looks really, really nice. And then the flooring here, I want to match it with something that's a little bit more rustic. I love that one, but it's not quite the color that I need it to be. I'm thinking this one will do. That's close enough. I think that looks very nice. I feel like this is very much so a old school me build from just the choices that I'm making, because I was definitely way more into like the modern designs back in the day. And I can't say I'm as big of a fan of modern design today, but I really do appreciate it still. I think I'll do more half walls. I don't know, the half wall just looks really, really nice here. And I'll grab maybe some more of this right here, and then we'll put down that trim just to kind of balance that out. I'll try to make this a little bit more of a functional space so it's not just decorative. You know, if you're going to be using up some space in a tiny home, you might as well make it functional. And then I'm going to use this base game little column. It's not really a column, it's just a fence post that you find in Live Edit. I use it a lot in my builds anymore because it's free and it adds nice detailing without using any simoleons. And plus it's base game. So hey, I'm gonna add some dark flooring there. Ooh, that looks really cool for the ceiling. Like we should do that for the whole house. Do like a dark like wood on the ceiling so that it's like nice and dark. Maybe that's what we will do inside too. Like we'll use a lot of the dark like black as like flooring. I know that's probably really hot, like literally temperature wise, but at the same time I feel like that would be really fun. And let's see, what kind of roof should I use? I kind of like the idea of it being like a green roof. Is that kind of neat? And then maybe we can put some like grass on it too, more flowers like this. I don't know, I kind of just want it to sort of feel like it's, you know, like a proper like living roof. It's kind of hard for me at least to do it. Ooh, this looks kind of fun. Could put a few of those there. Just do something like this. Can I put rocks up here? I don't think I can technically put rocks up here, but I can maybe put like a couple with move objects. It actually looks really, really fun. I don't know how realistic it is to, you know, have literal rocks on your roof, but you know, I think it looks really cool. Ooh, I can make these flowers like a different color. I always forget that they come in more colors. I think, ooh, the orange. The orange is very pretty. I think it's a nice little touch. It kind of reflects the environment really nicely. And then let's see, do I want to use these windows from the HBD set? I mean, they are very nice and they are a little bit different. I like the shape of these a little bit more than just the basic base game ones because they're a little smaller and a little bit just crisper looking. I know this is where the kitchen is supposed to be, so I'm thinking I'll put maybe a window like this here, and then we can just use maybe like this one. I don't know, we'll just use something like that, and that can be like where the sink goes. There's only really going to be one door, I believe. Maybe we'll just do this like glass door. I don't know. Do I want something a little different? I don't know. I kind of like the idea of using the glass door, and then maybe we can use like this right next to it. I wish we had a door that lined up with that. Maybe I can use this one, or maybe I can stack a couple of these. It doesn't really work. Maybe something like that. I don't know. That kind of is similar to the house I'm looking at, which I didn't show you, but hey, thinking like a little planter box here. Honestly, I want something a little bit more contemporary looking. Maybe I can use this little kind of fake balcony bit here. I don't think any of these colors work. I'll just use the black, and then we can maybe do, I don't know why I'm doing this now. Like, why am I doing this now? We haven't even finished the floor plan or anything yet, but I don't know. It's all about the vibes. It's all about the vibes. So I'm going to add maybe like something like this in it, or maybe like, I mean, I tend to put lavender in like every single build, but obviously I'm going to do that. So let me find the little hedge here, the lovely lavender hedge. And we'll just put this right here. We'll just pretend that that's like a proper planter pot there. Yeah. All right. Let's solidify. Let's solidify the floor plan first. Obviously, I said earlier, I'm going to use a ladder instead of a proper staircase because obviously we didn't have those back in the day. And let me tell you, it's so nice having like proper ladders now. I think I'm also going to make this bathroom a little smaller just because it feels a little awkward. And then we'll use maybe like a light wood door or something. I don't know. I'm feeling more of like something like rough around the edges. Like I kind of like this one here. Ooh, that looks really pretty with all that. I love this lighter wood tone. That's very pretty actually. Maybe we can go with like more of this inside, and then like we can go in with like a nice color or something. Or maybe we can just use white. I feel like white is really boring. Ooh, this dark green. I mean, it's very, very me to use a nice dark green like that, but that's really, really fun. And maybe the flooring, we should actually make it this floor like it is on the outside. I don't know if I like how that looks together inside here. Ooh, that's really pretty. I love this floor. I don't use this nearly enough. Ooh, wait, this one is so perfect. I'm pretty sure I used this one like crazy back in the day. So I think I'll use this one for the flooring instead, just to kind of brighten it up. It's a little too dark right now. So then maybe we'll do the interior like that. I tend to go through a little bit of a weird process whenever I'm building these tiny homes, y'all, just because there is, I have to consider a lot of things when building. At least I do, at least. Wow, I'm saying words so many times over. But yeah, we can have a kitchen space here, and then maybe there can be a tiny little table here, and then like the living room here. You go up the ladder, and then you are met with a really nice bedroom space. It's quite big up here, to be honest. So maybe I'll put like an office space and stuff up here. Okay, nicely done. I like the little shape. And then I did something a little interesting with the original build that I think I might try to redo, is I did like a little kind of front patio. I don't think that really makes sense, but I thought that made more sense with a tiny home, I guess, at the time. I don't know if I want to use that. I need some kind of fence that looks nice with the like colors here, because there is just a nice black fence that actually looks quite good from the base game, but I kind of fenced it off kind of like this roughly. I kind of want to maybe just go to like here, and then maybe I'll put like a hedge here, or maybe a different fence like this one. Ooh, that one's kind of fun. I don't know. I'm kind of unsure about this whole situation because a front patio seems kind of strange. So what I think I might do is let's reconfigure this a little bit. We will take the house and I'm going to rotate it, and we're going to go this way. I might leave the stairs on the side, but that way maybe we can kind of like walk this way to get inside, or we can walk out and go around, and there is more of a fenced off area in the back. Let's see, and then I'll grab that fence that I was using earlier once again. I think I'll go to like here. Is that big enough? I just want like a little area for like a picnic table and like, I don't know, a grill. There's not much you can do outside other than that. Do I want to just drag it over and do it like to here? I don't know. I kind of am liking that. I don't know if I do. I think it needs to be to here. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get this with the base game. Technically, there is a few from a different events. I don't know. Maybe they're a metalhead. And that's why they have the bike like this. But technically, we have bikes in the game. But there is a mod, which I actually should link in the description. If not, let me know that I didn't. But I think it would be nice if there is a mod that unlocks all of those events if you've missed any. So I will leave it linked in the description. If I forget, please let me know, because I tend to forget those things a lot. Thinking like a little pebble path, maybe something like that. And then we'll do just like the bike kind of, I don't know, maybe the bike can go like here. I feel like this should be like a darker color, honestly. Ooh, yes. We'll do maybe more of like a darker pebble. That matches the tones really nicely with the house. And then I don't really want a lot back here, but what do we think so far? I think it looks pretty cute so far. Let's move back inside, and I guess we'll focus on just like furnishing this house before we do anything crazy outside. Unfortunately, we don't have mini fridges. We do have mini fridges now in the base game, actually, so we will definitely use that. Let's see, do I want to use maybe like this, or like a dark, like a black cabinet? I'm not really a big fan of that, so maybe we'll use this one that's like a nice dark wood with the white top. I feel like that's a nice bit of contrast against all of the black. I wish so badly that there wasn't like a gap here. Oh, how that bugs me so much. But we'll just angle the camera so we don't see it. But I think I'll do maybe like a sink. Maybe the sink can go there. I like the idea of it having like a nice wide window to look out. And then I would maybe we should do it here, because then I can put the stove right here. We'll do one like this, or should we do like, I don't know, this one's like expensive as heck. So maybe we'll just stick with this one here, and they can have space here to prepare the food. They can open the window while they're cooking too. So maybe we'll just like do this. Ooh, a nice corner moment with the windows. That's very nice. And then we'll add some cabinets, because those are always good for just making the space look more finished. They are expensive, but hey, that's cute. I really like the little kitchen space. It's functional at least. Maybe I can go in with a little shelf on the wall here, and like a wood tone that kind of looks good. I mean, I kind of do like that idea. I think I'll use this wood or maybe this wood. I think this one's a little nicer. And we can just put maybe like a couple shelves here. Is that going to get in the way? I mean, it kind of does. It kind of technically does. So, let's put it here. I like that idea more. And then we can come over here and we can add a few little decorative objects for the kitchen. I'm just going to like pick everything out and try to place it the best I can. We can maybe put some books. These are like some cookbooks, we'll say. We have the little cutlery thing there that fits pretty well. You can barely see it, but it's there. And I wish we had some kind of like spice thing. I'll put the salt pepper shaker there too. Maybe this little pear painting. I feel like that fills that little spot quite nicely. And I'll put like a knife block maybe like over here in the corner. I think I'll do the lighter wood instead. I don't want to like clutter this like little space here too much. And then I'm going to grab a little hand soap here, and then like a little towel can go like right there. I'm actually kind of liking this space. This is not really my style anymore. Like I definitely went more to the traditional side and do like more cozy little suburban homes. I tend to do those a lot. It is kind of my comfort zone, and it is something I need to kind of step out of. So I'm going to do that. But let me find like a chair for here. I really like this like table, maybe this chair will go with it. It's kind of cramped there though. Let me move the door over a little bit. That means I'm going to have to move all this over. Oops. But if I move that over, then maybe I can do this, and then maybe we can just barely fit a chair there. Ooh, it's very, very, very tight. That doesn't fit very well at all, but I don't know. Maybe that's functional. We'll hope that that's functional. At least want 2 chairs there. We'll get some decor like this. Obviously, we want that there. Maybe we'll put that here, and then we can grab the aprons. We'll put them kind of high so they don't take up space. We'll do the black ones. Ooh, that's kind of cute. And I should put some lights in here as well. Probably something like this one would be kind of cute. I haven't used that one before. It's very nice. And then I'll also use the wall light that is like a picture light. I'll put this like right underneath here. This is purely for lighting, just because, oh gosh, I'm trying to like lift my head to see it. It's like fighting with me. Oh my gosh, I can't see anything. Oh my gosh, it works. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna put a couple of these. You're not really supposed to see these anyways, but they just add extra light in the kitchen. Look at that nice glow. And then let's add some like other things, like this little thing of snacks here, maybe a fruit bowl. Ooh, you gotta have fruit. We as Americans, at least, not everyone here is an American, of course, that's watching this video, but we as Americans don't consume enough fruit, just because I think it's a texture thing for a lot of us folks. Food is very specific here in America, that I think a lot of the reason why we don't eat a lot of different foods is purely because of texture and just like how it's made. Tiny little kitchen. We do love to see it. I think I'll put in like a nice little, I was going to say awning, but this is not an awning. It's a curtain. Oh, well, that's really, ew. I don't like that. It does terrible things to the light. That does look a little bit better. So just like a plain white shade. We'll put some of these in here. Of course, you got to be able to block out that desert sun sometimes. It does darken it a little bit though, but I think we're okay. That's really cute. I'm actually pretty happy with that. And then in the living room here, it looks like I went with just like this little love seat. I think it's quite cute actually. I don't think I'll use, because I used this swatch before. I don't like that. What would work with that green on the wall? We could go with beige. I don't want to do beige. Should we do a black couch? I feel like that looks really good, kind of like popping against the like the light wood here. However, I'm not loving the placement because it's facing the bathroom, and I'm like, that's a shame right there. So maybe what I'll do is I'll put the window here. We can do just like a little window here. I didn't put a window in the bathroom. I should probably do that. Maybe I can do like this here, and then this can just kind of go against the wall. That's not a bad idea. Or maybe I can do this against the wall. I'm not loving this, actually. Part of me wants to make the bathroom a little bigger. Honestly, would that be a bad thing? I mean, technically, I could probably make this work. Oh, it's still a tier 2 tiny house. And honestly, I think that adds to the shape like a lot more. So I'll get rid of this here. That way I can move this door to the bathroom to like here. I know it's right next to this door, but I kind of don't mind that. I think I'm going to change the swatch to like a light color. That looks kind of nice. I might change that though. That way we can put that door there so that this can go maybe like here, or maybe it can go here actually. Oh, it fits perfect just like that. And then the TV kind of stand set up here can go along this little corner. I think I'll use maybe like a dark wood on this. I kind of like that. And then we'll just find the nice TV, of course. And then let's put some like shelving above it. You know, add something interesting to the wall here. I really am liking this one for some reason. It kind of works quite well. And then we can put maybe like a little team portrait here. I wish you could swap out the picture that's inside. Maybe some CDs can go here. I definitely want to put some more books up here. It's a shame that they don't fit, even though they literally look like they are meant for this shelf. Isn't that so silly? If this was Pair Lives, we could just place them down and be done with it, but no. The Sims team gotta be silly and do stuff like that. And then we'll put maybe like a little plant guy just like right here. I remember I used to be such a defender of the Sims team back in the day, and nowadays I'm just like, come on guys, what the heck are you doing? Can I put this on that, or should I do one of these? This is kind of cute. These are technically not base game. They are, but they're based off of what packs you have in The Sims 3. I know they're kind of silly. I kind of like the orange. Isn't there a green one? There's not a green one. That would be weird if there wasn't. I guess I'll just use maybe like this purple, and then let's shift click and do like a green light. That's kind of cute. Or I can just go full purple and do like a proper purple like that. I don't know. That's kind of cute actually. And then we'll put in like a roof here. Not a roof. Wrong thing. Put in a rug. Should I move this over? I don't know. It seems kind of just like crammed in the corner here. Maybe I'll get rid of this really big window, and we'll go in with like this window here. That way I can put a proper little side table here. Do I want to use this one? This one matches the wood tones very nicely in here, so why not? They have a lot of like eco wood like textures in here because they've, you know, tried to be a little bit more conscious of what materials they're using since they live in the desert. Ooh, I like that combo. That's very nice. And then let me find those why do I keep saying rugs? Let's find those cushions here from that one update, those West African ones. That swatch actually is kind of perfect for this space. And we'll find like a little rug here for this little area. Maybe we'll do something like this. All right, and then let me do like another little rug like this one here. I kind of want to just use this rug throughout. We do need like a bookshelf, which technically these act as bookshelves, those books that I placed down earlier, but part of me wants like something like this somewhere. It's going to conflict with the light. What do we think of this being like a wall feature? I don't know. I've never used it like that before. That way they have like something filling the wall, but it's also functional and looks nice and modern. Let's see. I'm actually going to go into my saved rooms because I have a number of paintings that I've saved from the gallery. I feel like it would be nice to have some more custom art in here. Got some modern looking ones, but those are not quite the style that I'm looking for. Ooh, these are kind of cute. Yeah, these are kind of perfect. I really like this one a lot. That one fits so well in here. And if you're interested, this is by Alias LTS on the gallery. It's paintings number 539. Very, very cute. And then let's find some curtains for in here. I think we'll just have to go, I don't want to do crisp white curtains. Should we just do black curtains? I mean, that is very old school me, just using a black curtain like that. And then for a ceiling light, let's find something simple and subtle that isn't the boob light. I guess we could just use this saucer light there. You know what? I will take it. It's very, very tight and cozy, but it's quite cute in here. I do think we need to add in like a little plant or something flower adjacent on the little table in here. Ooh, that's very cute. I don't know if I like that swatch. That one's very cute. And then for the bathroom, let's see. I kind of like the idea of using like this stone, and I kind of low-key want to go in with like stone all around. Like, what if they just really went crazy and they were like, we're going to do a stone bathroom? For a tiny house, probably not very smart if it's going to be moved around a lot, but maybe this one isn't. We will use this little toilet here from the base game. I think we'll do the white and the black, or should we just use the black and black one? I don't know. I think that one's fine. And I do want to use a cabinet here for this. I don't know. I feel like for a tiny home, a little sink would be better. Like something like that's kind of cute. And then there is just going to be a shower, of course. We'll use this one, I think. Let me grab this saucer light from in here. I'm using the big version, so it looks more like a proper light. And then we'll add some decor in here. Oh, I'm kind of liking the vibes. I don't usually build like this, so it's kind of fun. We'll do like a little painting there. And then we'll do like a little... Oh, I want a mirror, but I want like a medicine cabinet, but we'll just do the mirror like this. A lot of just black. We got to bring in some of that warmth though, I think. I'll do this swatch, I think, since it's got the dark wood. Yeah, I think I like that a little bit more actually, just because I feel like there was a lot of just black on black. And then we'll add a little towel rack there, I think. Or should we put it here? I think we should put it here instead. And we'll put the robe hanging on the wall. And then we need a nice little rug in here too. I'm afraid I will be just using probably this one again because it's just a very simple, clean rug. I think we'll just keep it like that size, roughly. Yeah, I like it. We do need a little towel on the wall. Don't want to forget that. I think I might just use the same one that I used, but just shrink it down. Like so. Maybe I can put a mirror in here too, like a full body mirror. I feel like that would be kind of nice to have in the bathroom, even though I wouldn't do that myself. But I don't know. You know, maybe they need a little full body mirror so they can kind of get a look at themselves. You know what? It's kind of coming together. I do want to really quickly jump back outside. I think I'm going to change this to the dark wood, or honestly, let's just do the black again. It's looking a little strange. We could put the dining space outside and that would give us a lot more room. In fact, let's do that. Let's put the dining space out here. That doesn't leave a lot of room for this like little window box movement. I don't know. But we'll put this maybe like over here. Ooh, I don't mind that. That way there's space for the table just here. Maybe we can do this. Yeah, that's cute. I do want to put this painting somewhere. I don't exactly know where. Maybe it'll go upstairs once we get to that point. Upstairs is huge. I'm looking at it again. I'm like, whoa. So maybe I'll split this up into a couple bedrooms. Maybe. I don't think so, but I don't know. Or in fact, I know that I'm jumping around like crazy, but maybe we can just like do that and then maybe even make this like a little smaller up here. I don't know. We'll figure that out once we get there, but ooh, I want to put a phone in here. That would be kind of fun. But I think right here, instead of there being like a table and chairs, I will do a dining table, or not a dining table, a desk. I'll do a desk here. So basically the same table as before, but this will be where the desk goes instead. We'll do a little laptop. So, you know, I have a feeling they will probably be eating here. So maybe we should just get rid of that idea. We'll do this instead. They should be able to access that stove technically. Okay, so I did add a little laptop here in the kitchen because they didn't really have a space down here to work. But now what do I do out here? Maybe I can add like a little grill. I feel like they would need the grill to be out back though. I'm just trying to think of something, you know, functioning to put out here, but I guess we'll just put like a bench. Let's see, we'll grab maybe like this bench and then we'll go in with some of those pillows that I used earlier just to add some color. See, that's kind of cute actually. And then for some wall art here on this side, I'm not exactly sure what I want to use. There is some interesting things, but nothing that really works for me. I mean, that's kind of a cute item. I know that's specifically for a holiday, but I don't know. I like it. Maybe we can put like this little sun here because I live in the desert. Gotta add some charm to this space out here. We can just add a pride flag. That's perfect. We'll do that one, of course. And then upstairs, we were going to consider making this a little smaller just because it seems a little too big. I mean, granted, we could probably put like a wall right here. This could be one bedroom. And then maybe, just maybe, we can do this with these and we can do 2 bedrooms all together. Something like that. It's very tiny. That's an itty bitty little room. I know, but hear me out. We're maximizing the space. So maybe there's 2 Sims that live here. You know, maybe this is for some roommates. One person, you know, owns the house and then their friend is just staying over or something. You know, you got to just use your imagination just a tiny little bit. But, you know, you can turn it into like a family home. Maybe it's a single parent. Oh, that's a better story, like a single mom or something. And she's trying to, you know, be a little bit more eco-conscious, but, you know, stay with her like more modern styling. I don't know if I want to use that bed. I really don't like that bed. I know that this is technically not base game, but I'm partially tempted to use a bed that we got with the marketplace. This is free right now. So at some point, this was a free item. Oh, I feel like that looks very nice. This is just such a small bed though for this space. So maybe we'll use that in here, but then this is too big. I don't know. I'm thinking, should we use this bed or I don't know. I want like a nice bed that's for like a good modern space. I mean, there is this bed. I don't like this bed, but if I'm just building with the base game, I'm willing to use it. It's not terrible. The bedding is nice. I think if we just had that bed, that would be very nice. And I'm thinking, let's see, we need a dark wood little stand here. I'm thinking we'll probably just keep with this one here. I feel like that looks really good. And then there is so much room still in this bedroom. So let's see, we'll do maybe like a wooden little, like a dark little cabinet just like here. I'm going to move this window over a little bit. Maybe this area can be like a little vanity, or maybe this can be another little desk area. Let's see. These are a little too big. Maybe I can do something like this. Put this here. Maybe a bookshelf can go on the side. We'll do that dark wood. Ooh, wait, no, I want to do something like this. So we'll get rid of the window. Honestly, it's not really doing anything for me. Do maybe something like that, and then we can put a proper laptop here. So technically there's 2 computer spaces. Maybe the one downstairs is for the daughter. Maybe it's a single mom and her daughter. I feel like that would be kind of a fun little storyline. We can put like a little hamper here and this little nook there. Let's go with like a lighter wood. I feel like that would look nicer. I feel like this is also too dark. It's kind of taking away from that, but I don't know. Maybe we can put like a light up here somewhere. I don't know. Let's see. We'll put some art in here. Ooh, I definitely should use this painting. Oh, this one's beautiful. I love this painting a lot. It's got some gorgeous swatches. Like I'm really wanting to use like, where is it? This one. That just, the colors on that are so pretty. In fact, we'll go grab that green paint again because I feel like it will match pretty closely. That's so pretty. And then we'll use that same little set again here. That's very pretty. I love the black and the brown swatch a lot. And then let's grab the rugs here, and these are kind of cute to use. Like if you use like a couple like that, that's a throwback right there for sure. Maybe I can put a mirror above the hamper right here. We can use something like this one probably. Just lift it up a little bit, make it that darker wood swatch. And then I do want to put like the little folded clothes somewhere, or we can put a hamper or a basket. I know the basket's kind of cute, but I think I'd rather have the little item that is just some clothing folded up. And then we'll put another painting and then some curtains in here. Ooh, let's put these up. I feel like that looks kind of fun there. And then we'll do maybe an easel in this room. We can just barely fit it, but it goes right there nicely. And then we'll do maybe some black curtains here. I do quite like the way that looks against that, what is it called? The light wood, the reclaimed wood. It looks super, super cute there. All right. And then there's the teeny tiny little bedroom here. I mean, we could, in theory, extend this. The thing is, if I extend this way, it does make it a technical like 64 by like 64 tiles out of 64. So let me think about this. Maybe what I can do is I can cut out like this bit. We'll get rid of these walls here. We'll grab this little wall here once again. Hold on, I'm crafting something here. I'm figuring it out. I'm thinking if we do that, fix the columns here, this kind of fills this little spot here. And so when you go upstairs, oh, well, the flooring there is going to be gone. Oh dear. Well, maybe we'll just get rid of that and we'll figure something else out. Maybe we can use the little like thingy like this. Oh gosh. And then I'll just use these and I'll have to just move them one by one for them to work like this, of course. But if I put those there, it's kind of a little bit of an awning. We can cover that with, you know, some of this here. I don't know what's going on with this build today, y'all. To be honest, I didn't really plan on doing this. I was feeling a little burnout today and needed to do something a little different. So I thought this would be kind of fun to recreate something from my early days of YouTube. That looks kind of fun. All right. And then that way we can bring this over and it's still 64 tiles, but I can add another little room here. We could even do this. Oh, that's so much better. That way I know that this will be accessible here, but then there's like another full room on the second floor. Okay, perfect. I think I'm gonna use maybe this bed. I don't know, it looks quite nice. I don't know if I wanna put it here. Oh, I love that swatch. I feel like that's a little too far over. So let's maybe do something like this here. You know, it's not bad here because I can put something there. And then I need a little side table, but I think I'm going to do a shelf instead. Maybe something like, I don't know, this. Would that look okay? Actually, this little lamp attaches very nicely. We could do the yellow. And then maybe we can just like, I don't know. I feel like we need to get rid of this window. I feel like we just need one right here in the middle. That's better. And maybe we can put some shoes here or all the little backpack. I'm not really loving how this is looking in here. So let's find some like paint for the wall. I kind of like the idea of using like something from the bedding here. Maybe we can go with just like this. It's kind of pinkish. There's also a yellow or an orange. I kind of like that actually. That looks really, really pretty. I don't really use this color all that much either. I'll put the door like here, I think. Maybe this area can be like a little desk. I always like putting a desk somewhere in my Sims little spaces, but unfortunately where I'm just using the base game, I'm kind of stuck with using like a dining table or just like a really big desk. However, this desk looks really good. Maybe I'll put the window here. See, that looks better. And then, ooh, what if I was to put the bed here instead? We'll flip this around essentially, something like this. And we can put the door here. I know putting the bed into the doorway is a little bit bad, but then this will be like a proper little nook for this, you know, teenager or something. Do I want to use orange or do I want to use this pink? I like the pink. And then we can maybe do like some, ooh, a little cork board would look really cute. I said that kind of weird. Cork board. And then we'll just use like a little shelf above it too, just like this one again. Do a little lamp here. This is so completely different to what I built in the past. Like so different. Like I did not go about it like this whatsoever. The interior was super dark. It was super like, I don't know, it was just so different. So I'm actually kind of happy that I'm doing a little bit of a different approach today because, you know, I wanted to go back in time and redo a classic, but, you know, I didn't want to like go against how I, you know, normally build. Oh my gosh, this little fan would look cute. This is from a Bridgerton event. Oh, I forgot about this pillow. We've got to include this pillow. They would definitely have this like in their like little chair here. And I guess I'll give them a computer. Maybe we'll grab the computer from downstairs. And then this one will be, well, this kid uses. We'll just use the white, of course. And then we need to go in with some fun rugs here. Should we do a bright pink? Should I go with like the orange? I feel like that orange looks kind of nice. It's a nice little combo there. Let's see. And as for a bookshelf, I mean, I can just add in some of these little books here on this little tiny shelf. What I'll do is I'll just go in and place it and then move the shelf up to it. That's kind of what I usually do. And then we'll add like a little decorative item. We can put the little nail polish there. I don't really know what to put underneath this. We could put like a little toy box or something, but I feel like this is more of like a grown kid. Maybe I can put this little chest here, just kind of cute. It's very pink. Ugh, that doesn't look very good though. Oh my gosh, I want to put a coach person here. Like, oh, she's a little spoiled. So maybe instead I'll add a little nightstand here. We can just go like this. We'll go a little higher with this than I initially wanted to, but then I can go in with maybe something like this or this actually. I feel like that's pretty cute. Ooh, no, this one's perfect. That one matches the tones very nicely. I think I'll just end up using this instead of the shelf. The shelf was a fun idea, but alas, this works a little bit better for filling in the space. And then we'll go in with maybe some posters. Like I definitely want to do like this. Maybe we'll do like just a couple different ones like so. Honestly, that's kind of cute. Perhaps they are more of a preteen or something. So I'm just going to put a few posters like that. And then I guess I'll put like a dresser here on the wall or in the corner. I feel like the only one that I can really do is this one because it's the only one that's really going to fit. Let's see, should we do an orange or do we do like a hot pink? I think the hot pink. And then I might use this. I just feel like I just used this in a build, like this particular swatch, but it is working so well in this one. So yeah, it's definitely like a single mom with, or maybe a single dad, a single parent, if you will. Happy Pride Month. But a single parent with a like preteen, maybe older aged child. You know what I mean? Put this here maybe, and then maybe we can put like a little bit of art on the wall in here. Ooh, I kind of like this one. It's kind of cute. A little different. I think that's all I'm going to put up in this room here. And then we do need to fix the roofing if I'm going to go with that. I could go and copy this and just like bring this forward, do this here, or I could bring it all the way back. Ooh, I kind of like that they're crossing each other. I'll never understand why things don't work very well with the roofing. Like if you pick something up that's on the roof, it will just lift itself up for some reason. All right, let's work on the fun part, the landscaping, not the fun part. I think I'll keep most of it away from the house and we'll just do some little like bits around. Like, this is the desert. So obviously things are going to be a little different than just a normal typical house. I'm just going to look around and see what we've got. So obviously we have these bushes here. We've also got some of these aloe vera plants, which are so pretty. I remember they were 0 simoleons. Oh, and now they're 30 simoleons. They've added a price to them, unfortunately. We can put a few of those around. I don't think it hurts for them to touch the house. They are water mostly, right? I don't know. Ooh, I should put like another gate like back here so they can kind of access their little area out here. Ooh, I don't like that there's not another window there. That's going to bug me so much. I don't mind that actually. Looks a little weird, so maybe not. Anyways, I'm getting distracted once again. Ooh. This is not, no, it's kind of dingy looking. I want like a small palm tree, like one right here, maybe another one like right here. And then I do want it's called the mesquite tree. This is a proper paid tree too. I feel like that would look really pretty right back here. Maybe they have like a small garden space out here and they also keep their grill out here too. And we'll do the lighter wood, I think, but we'll keep like maybe like this much. Maybe, obviously this is not how it is in The Sims, but maybe they just have this here and they just fence off their little, what is it called? The little space so that it prevents like any critters from getting, involved. Maybe we can put like a little picnic table, this is kind of weird, but I guess going about it this way isn't bad, but putting a picnic table or like some kind of table like out here It's actually kind of cute. And then that way they can kind of be more in nature when they eat outside. And then let me just find the grass that we are seeing around here. And then there's also that tall grass too. Forget what it's called actually. It is this one, the knot grass. So I don't really know where to put it. Why is there a random one here? I didn't want that there. I'm probably just gonna do maybe something like this. We'll move this back. Put maybe like one of these here, do like another big bush. We'll just kind of like layer these the best that we can. We'll do some of these rocks as well, just to kind of help, you know, fill in the space. We'll do something like this here. We'll do maybe like that. Maybe we can throw in those candles from the base game too. And we'll use these. Those look kind of pretty out here. Do a little bit of this reddish terrain paint. You can't see it that much, so maybe I'll go with like a darker one, you know, just to add a little bit of texture out here. Maybe I'll like redo some of this up here too. We'll do something like, I don't know, like this here. We'll shrink this down so it fits a little bit nicer, and then we'll throw in a mailbox here. We'll make sure to do this black one. We also need to throw in a trash can too, which I'm going to put out back. Just looks better when you put it out back. I need to add a porch light out here too. That's pretty important. Maybe I'll do something like this one here, and then we'll do another one like right out here as well. Then we'll throw a few little lights just kind of outside so we can see a little bit nicer, see a little bit better. You know what I mean? That looks pretty good. Okay, I think we are looking pretty good. Is this a little bit of a weird approach, a little bit of a weird house? Kind of, but I don't mind it. I kind of like it. It's something different. I thought we could just try something new today, but do let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more houses like this, where I just kind of go back, look at a house that I built in the past and rebuild it. But let me show you a little tour real quick. So we have a 64 tile tiny house here. We've got a little front porch with a pride flag. We've got a nice little green roof here. We have a little garden space that's been fenced off to protect it from critters, and then a little hangout space here. This looks really nice. This is just a nice little space to hang out in. And then inside, as you can see, it's a pretty tight little space. Lots of woods, lots of dark wood, light wood, and black with a little bit of white here and there, but you know, a fully functioning kitchen space, which in reality, I would probably put the fruit bowl on the table instead. We'll get rid of the flower, put the fruit there, and then we'll do this. They need a coffee maker. And then we have the little living room here. Nothing too crazy about this little space, but there's, you know, a love seat, a TV, a shelf with some knickknacks on it. I could have changed the colors of these at least. There we go. I didn't put a radio in here either. That was so silly of me. I'm just gonna put this down here and we'll say that that works. Yeah, that's cute. And then we have a little bathroom here. It's very rocky, but I think it's kind of fun. This looks like something I would do when I was younger. And then we have a 2-bedroom little space upstairs. We've got a tiny little room for maybe like a single mom. She has a little desk area, a dresser, an easel. She's got her bed. And then we have a little room for a teen/preteen. I actually really like that there's lots of pinks and like the oranges and stuff, but there's still like the natural wood tones in here to kind of balance it out. And yeah, here's the floor plan up here. And then here's the floor plan for here as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll upload this to the gallery under my username, Lucca Owens, if you want to check it out. It is fully base game. However, it is considered a tiny house residential, but if you were to download it from the gallery, it's still going to be like usable. But yeah, a big thank you to my YouTube members, the Lavender Butts. Thank you all so much for your support. I've kind of been struggling with content lately. Not gonna lie, y'all, I'm gonna be really transparent. It's kind of been getting to me a little bit. Things just haven't been doing all that well. The algorithm just is kind of hurting me right now. It is summer, so you know, it's a different time of the year, but you know, I'm pushing through it. But just thank you so much for your support, no matter who you are, if you're a member or not. You know, thank you for watching, thank you for being here, and yeah, that's really it today, y'all. Thank you all so very much for watching. Don't forget to plant lavender for luck. Bye, y'all.